All right, guys, so we back with part 2 of the Sacrifices song off of Revenge of the Dreamers 3. Check out part 1. That's in the description below.
Check that out.
So that way you're up to speed and know what's going on. So, part 2. You want to start, man? You want me to start?
Kick it off, man. Because I don't know what you thought of the song. Normally I get a good feel for where Ryan's at with the song. I was like, I don't know. So, go ahead, kick it off, brother.
Man, let me start by saying this, man. I fuck with Dreamville. I fuck with J. Cole, man. Strong, heavy. Y'all should know that. If you follow this channel, man, watch out with the last Dreamville, last J. Cole album review that we did was like damn near an hour long, right? Wasn't it? So we give J. Cole and Dreamville a lot of love with JID, all these EARTHGANG. We've done a lot of stuff for them. So I say all that to say, I just didn't like this song, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the song, man.
I kind of got that feeling when we were listening to when we did the part 1 of this.
Man, I just didn't like it, man. And here's why, man. The general consensus that I felt in this song is, if I had to sum it up in one word, it's probably disconnected. I think that this song is something that you have to sit with. It's very relaxed. It's a very relaxed beat, and groove and production. So you have to sit with it, right? So I did that deliberately to say, okay, I'm going to sit with this and really try to take the song in. So I think that was the intention, and I think they accomplished that, but I just don't like that. And the reason being is because I love lyrical writers, right? I love lyricism. I like artists that have a great pen, but I like to couple that with something that I can enjoy too. You know what I'm saying? And enjoyment, that's relative, right? Just because my enjoyment is something that I can move to and bob to and kind of have fun with, but still give me bars sprinkled in there. That's my form of entertainment. Some people like to sit in bed and read books for like they like to end every night with a good book. You know what I'm saying? They want to sit at home with a good book for 2 hours.
Cuddle up.
And that makes them happy. I'm not doing that shit, but I'm not shitting on that. If that's what you feel is happiness, that's great. And I think that this is a song that you really have to take in.
But Ryan, just to speak to that though, because I don't want them to get anything misconstrued. I mean, you like Lupe Fiasco Wave Files, right? Lupe Fiasco Wave, go check that video out. That wasn't like a song that's bopping, but
that's true.
What was dynamic, I think it's about having something that you can identify that's dynamic in a song.
That's very true.
What was dynamic was Lupe's ability to play with words and even his flow in that.
Yeah, Lupe is excellent, though.
You know what I'm saying? So that just so y'all know, it's not about Ryan just liking. First of all, if you're familiar with this channel, you should know
that's not what it is.
We just liking like pop, motherfucking club music. Clearly, we've done enough songs, enough breakdowns. Black Thought, Lupe, Osmond. I mean, go do your research. Study the game tapes on us. So I just wanted to make that clear. It's not that you like upbeat music all the time. It's just you have to find something dynamic within whatever's being done. It could be a subdued song, but there's dynamic wordplay, dynamic whatever, right?
And I'm glad that you make that clarification because J. Cole did that.
Yep.
He saved the song for me.
Yeah, J. Cole killed
You
it.
know what I'm saying? He saved the song because he can do so many different things with not only his pen, because he's a great writer, but the way he's delivering it as well. He delivers content in a cool, creative, dope, fly way. I know that dope and fly is relative, but you know what the fuck I mean. And and the way he was able to sing, you said that in part 1. The way he sang that, hugging the block, you know what I mean? And the way he can bring that shit to life.
How did he sing it?
I know I slaughtered that. But the moral of the story is, though, man, is he just brings things to life.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And I think that's a gift, dude. Man. That's a gift, man. There's so many, dude. And George just hit it right on the head. He hit the nail right on the head. We've done a lot of artists on this channel that aren't necessarily popular and commercial, but they do something to infuse creativity and get the listener involved.
Yeah.
George, let me ask you a question. If I make a song right now, and I like it, and it's creative, and it's different, and it's eccentric, and it's conscious, it's thought-provoking, but I'm the only motherfucker that gets it.
I'm pretty sure I would like that, though.
You still would like that?
I'm pretty sure that it'll be two motherfuckers, me and you. But so, I get where you're going.
You get what I'm saying, though, man? It's like, I think you have to, I don't think you have to. In my opinion, I believe that J. Cole really makes art that's thought-provoking and all those things I just said and great music, but it's also great to the listener. And I think that is the piece that makes people great or just good. I don't want to make it seem like I'm fucking shitting on the song. It's a dope song. It's just, for me, I was a little disconnected. That's all. So
that's fair, sir. You would think that you committed a crime by saying you didn't like a song.
This is like a court case.
But this is good.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's good.
It's like a fucking,
God. What
like
kind of generation are we in where motherfuckers get so your feelings hurt and shit, crying and whining because somebody don't like a song? So what? You know what I mean? Our opinions shouldn't invalidate your opinion.
It is.
There's no right or wrong answer, man. You know, guys, relax. Okay, what did I think about the song? I like the song. Kudos to the producer, man. I actually really enjoyed the producers, it looks like, this beat, man. Henny the Business and Groove. Shout out to those dudes, man. I love the guitar in this. As I was saying kind of in the first video, man, it really feels like this beat was made for reflection. It was made to steer the artist towards reflection because you have no choice but to listen to what they have to say. There's not a lot going on in the production.
Because the groove wasn't going to catch you.
Yeah, now the groove is smooth. Man. Hey,
I'm fucking with you,
to each their own.
I know, I'm
to each their own. That's the beauty of music. It's subjective. Yeah, the groove was dope to me. I love the guitar. I thought it was smooth. When I think about the song Sacrifices, I guess my approach is it's just a preference in writing. When I see a title of a song, I want there to be relevance to the title. And I think in this song, I think two artists really sort of played into Sacrifices and brought that idea to life. I brought that sort of theme to life. And I think there are two other artists on this track that I don't believe brought it home well. And maybe I need to sit with the song a little bit more to take it in. But Smino and Saba, I think individually, you put those verses on any other song, I think they're just good verses. They're dope. You know what I mean? In terms of even the way Smino plays with melody and his flow and everything, Saba, I think, did his thing. I just think that it took away from the overall theme. I don't think that they were really on.
That's good feedback, dude.
Yeah, I just don't think that they were really on topic. But when I think about J. Cole and Johnny Venus's verses, Johnny Venus's verse is very sort of unconventional, right? The way he approached Sacrifices is
very,
in terms of his delivery, very creative, very unconventional. And I can see what he was doing, right? I think when I look at his verse, right, he starts the verse off by saying, that nigga back from the dead. And he said, I don't know. Nigga almost lost his head. Like, I don't know where the fuck, what the fuck was I doing? Back from the dead, to me, I'm taking that as in he was on death's door. He was doing the wrong things. He was involved with the wrong crowd probably at a very low point in his life, right? That's the way I'm taking that. And then he kind of goes into this scheme regarding almost like movies and screenplay and all this other stuff, right? He says, let's shoot Wild 'N Out in my hood, taking it right here, Academy Award nominated performance. He goes into that. That's a monologue, talking to the fog, fucking ordinance, right? He goes into all of this, and I think I'm taking that as he was just wilding out in the streets with his group.
Because he said that.
Right? He said, wilding out in my hood, talking right here, Academy Award. We were performing.
Yep.
Right? Let the AK spray straight for 4 minutes.
Killed it.
That's a monologue. That was slick.
Yep.
Monologue, you talk for 4 minutes, right? But he ended that by saying talking to the fog fucking audience. So to me, when he says talking to the fog, I think he means that when I think of a fog, I think of obscurity. I think of isolation. I think of not knowing where to go, being lost, right? So I was out in the streets performing. I was lost, bugging. I almost lost my head. And I'm back from the dead now. So now but I had to make sacrifices in order to get here, though. But maybe what he's saying is he's done some things, maybe bloody. When he says bloody sacrifices, in order for him to kind of wake up, he's had to do some things maybe that he's not proud of in the streets. Right. Maybe that's what the bloody sacrifices is. Maybe that's how he's taking the song Sacrifices. So I still believe he's sort of tying into the song. And then there's, hey man, gay man, 2 drinks, gay man. Like when he did that, I think he sort of even supported that even more, right? Motherfuck, brother fuck, sister fuck. So I think he's saying he's a guy that's lost. My mother was fucked up. My brother was fucked up. Sister's fucked up. The system's fucked up. Right? The system, the world that I came up in, we were sort of born to lose, right? In disadvantage. And I was lost. So I think that played into it. So I thought Johnny Venus's verses, and maybe I'm reaching a little bit. I don't know. But to me, that's how I'm looking at it. Combining the creativity with what I think he was trying to accomplish with some of those things, I think his verse was dope. And I love the melody in the chorus as well. So shout out to Johnny Venus.
And George, piggybacking off that Wildin' Out in My Hood before we get to J. Cole's verse here, before he said Wildin' Out in My Hood in the AK line, prior to that he said, playing no games, no dress up, I got an IED,
Right.
IED, right? And I don't know, I don't know if that's what he was saying, but the way he said it, IED, IED is a landmine, right? Speaks to the wilding out in my hood. I'm willing to die for this
that
shit.
one. That's slick though.
You know what I'm
if that's
saying?
what he meant.
And it's an idea. You know what I'm saying? It's a double
IED,
entendre.
yep.
IED. The way he said that, I don't know. I might be reaching, but you know, go back and listen to that because I think a lot of people can miss that if that's what he meant.
I did. If that's what he meant,
you know what
I
I'm
did.
saying?
That's for
Because
sure.
it speaks
But
to
that's slick.
the point that you were just saying.
Yeah.
So I just want to touch on that real quick. So go ahead, sir. My bad.
No. And just to bring it home, Wild 'N Out, that's a show.
Exactly.
Academy Awards, that's a show, right? Performing. So just the whole scheme that he had there, I thought was slick. Now on to J. Cole's verse, man, he killed it. I love how he started his verse off. He said, "You can't be everything to everybody."
Yep.
And when I think of this, I've heard this quote before, you can't be everything to everybody. When I think of what that means, I'm thinking of someone who is sacrificing, right, their own well-being, their own happiness to try to satisfy other people, right? You're trying to do this for this person, that for that person, and you're spreading yourself so thin that you're sacrificing yourself, right?
Yep.
He's followed that up by saying, "I want to be your lover, your best friend, your Batman, your Spider-Man." So I'm assuming he's talking about his wife, right?
Fighter pilot shooting down your rivals.
All of that. But he followed that up by talking about someone that he wants to be everything for.
Yep.
I can't be everything for everybody, but I want to be everything for this
you.
person.
Yeah.
This person that's sort of, and it looks like he has a son on the way. This person that I have a child with, that I have another child with on the way. I want to be everything, right? And another part of the verse that really caught me, man, was when he had this sort of flow when he said, "We done moved out to the boondocks, built a big house there. He wonders how somewhere along the way he went from Huey to Eddie Wonkler." So that's a Boondocks reference, right? From the show Boondocks. Huey, a character in Boondocks, Eddie Wonkler are both characters in Boondocks. Huey was the sort of revolutionary, Huey Newton-esque character, right? Eddie Wonkler, I'm not quite sure. I didn't watch the Boondocks like that.
Lawyer.
The lawyer.
He's a black lawyer that lived out there as well, but he was like the whitewash lawyer.
So he wasn't with the shit.
He's like a sellout. He's
right.
They're playing that role that he's no longer black.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Right. So the Uncle Tom type cat.
Right.
Right. So when he says that, I thought that was a powerful line because I feel like what he's saying is, although I'm happy I'm in this place in my life where I have this woman that I love and that loves me, that's giving me children, I think it's sort of neutered me to a degree. I feel like I've lost my fire. I feel like I've lost my edge because we moved out to the boondocks, which is also the suburbs, right?
Yep.
We moved out to the built a big house, but now I'm wondering, like, have I lost my fire? I went from Huey to Eddie Wonkler. I feel because he followed that up by saying he's disconnected. My perspective is ignorant. Right, and then he even goes into, dude, I can keep going.
Yeah, when you rich niggas don't want to correct you. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Dude, I can keep going.
You got all these yes men that don't give you a sense of reality.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that's what happened to a lot of people. I'm not gonna name names, but you know where I'm going with that. But
yeah, exactly. It's like you're the king. And people are almost scared, to give the king feedback. Maybe he said specifically interject. You know what I mean? They let you do whatever the hell you want to do because everyone just wants to get paid, right? You know what I mean? You're the guy. They don't want to offend you. They don't want to step on your toes.
They don't want to mess up their money.
They don't want to mess up their money.
Yes, whatever. You gotta watch it. Can I tap dance for you?
But it's dangerous.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's very dangerous.
It's dangerous when there's nobody to check you. He'd been having to check himself, which I think is dope as well. I love that it is dangerous, and we've seen the downfall of many people that we believe. We ain't gonna go into, we ain't gonna say names.
Right.
When they were just in a position of power, and you could just tell that they were just out of control, and there was no one really there to reel them back in. They didn't have the right people in their circle, and so they obviously went out of control. They spiraled out of control. So I mean, we could just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, the melody and the hugging the block all day.
I love that.
I thought that was beautiful. And then he just ended it beautifully. He said, "And yesterday could feel just like a waste. If I don't love you, how am I supposed to?" I just thought, first of all, the way he sung that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
And to me, how I'm taking that, man, is he's got his wife that held him down through thick and thin. He went through all of this, and it's almost like life doesn't matter without this person, right?
Someone to cherish it with.
Someone to cherish it was like, everything that I've done, it can almost be a waste, right? And this person sacrificed, he sacrificed for this person. This is what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, life doesn't matter without having the love of your life and having a family. It seems like is how I took that last part. So when I think of sacrifices and what artist really brought that to life, J. Cole embodied that, what the song's about, right? And Johnny Venus, I think he took a different route with sacrifices. I don't think he meant the same sacrifices as J. Cole, but I could be wrong on what I think. So excellent verses from J. Cole and Johnny Venus. If my critique on the song is, I think this would have been a more effective, impactful song for me if Smino and Saba were taken off of this, and it's not because they didn't have good verses, they didn't do their thing. I just think it elongated the song, and it made it kind of drag.
I agree with that.
And I think that they were just off topic a bit for me. They did, and they're not saying that you can't pick something out in their verses to relate to sacrifices. I just don't think they gave us enough relevance of what those sacrifices were in order to really in order to just kind of take the song to a different level. So I would remove Saba, no disrespect, and Smino, keep Johnny Venus, J. Cole, and we got probably the best song, one of the best songs of the year, in my opinion, if we do that. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody that requested that. If you guys enjoyed that video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan, Lost in Vegas.
We out.
We out.